What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new album from Murs called The Iliad is Dead and the Odyssey is Over. Now, Murs is a rapper out of Los Angeles who's been in the game for like 30 years. His discography is longer than a whale's dick. You can look it up. Not the whale's dick, but his discography, or do whatever you want to do. I'm not here to judge you. You can do what you want with that. And as you're looking at this album, you see that all the production is handled by Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council, so immediately you know the sound that you're in for here. Very smooth, light, and groovy with lots of great sample work. So right from jump, you already know what sound it is, man. If you like that and how that idea sounds to you, you're absolutely going to love the overall sonic palette here, and Murs himself is absolutely killing this project, man. There's tons of fun concepts and ideas and storytelling. So one of the main things about that I liked was his approach to love and relationships, because a lot of the time when people approach these topics, they do it in a very boring and simple way, you know what I mean? You get one of those copy and paste cookie cutter tracks where you get like Chris Brown on the hook, you get the sort of glitzy beat, and you're rapping about you bust it baby, or whatever the fuck it is, but Murs is actually going a bit deeper and giving you some cool concepts and topics to think about. Like on the song Fuck Them, where the first verse is dedicated to a woman dealing with cheating fuckboys, and then the second verse is a guy who's dealing with a woman who is basically, you know, insecure and emotionally abusive. I thought this was one of the most poignant moments on the album. And then on Give Me a Reason, a track that has this sort of 90s summertime feel with heavy drums. Absolutely love that beat, as well as the beat on Fuck Them, by the way. That was a very smooth cut. But on Give Me a Reason, Murs is just trying to get right with the girl who he did wrong, you know what I mean? I'm sure we all been there, maybe we fucked up and did something we shouldn't have done, and now we're realizing that we want to get this person back in our lives. So he's just apologizing and basically trying to get a chance to love her properly. So I did like these ideas, sonically they were great, and Murs is rapping his ass off all over this project as well. But the track that really stuck out to me when it does come to this sort of content is Sin. This was just a great track, probably one of my favorite storytelling tracks of the year, because Murs is really flexing his storytelling ability as he speaks on this idea of how you could be fighting with your wife, for example, and then you start talking to a female friend of yours, you're just being friendly, then one thing leads to another, and then this relationship builds up, and it's like you're not really cheating because maybe you're you're like separated from your wife or you're split from them. You're just basically being pulled in two different directions, but you're starting to be pushed over into this other direction. He just really spits well about this idea, like when he says, I still hadn't left her, so I felt sort of conflicted. The good thing, I thought I found the love of my life. The bad part about it, that woman wasn't my wife. There's also this great Ninth Wonder beat here with a vocal flip, just that quintessential sound that you would expect from him, and also a twist ending, which I don't want to give away, so you do have to listen through it to get that twist ending, because it does leave you with a little bit of shock, man. I just thought this was a great story, something that some people out there have probably gone through when maybe you're in a rocky marriage or a rocky relationship, and then someone starts connecting with you. But yeah, the twist ending was crazy on this, so listen for yourself. And yeah, let me know what you think about that, and also this album, obviously, because that's why I do these reviews, to talk to you guys. So then, with another track to speak on, as far as storytelling, we have My Hero. This is one where Murs is just vividly telling the tale of this vulnerable woman who gets taken advantage of in a multitude of ways. Really powerful track that gets kind of upsetting and, you know, not really uplifting in any type of way. It's a very sad story and something that people out there go through. It's kind of got a bit of despair going on in the feel of it. And then on the song Night Shift, we are getting some of Murs' own story. He does get personal throughout some of these songs, and that's something that I thought was pretty cool as well. On Night Shift, for example, you're getting that piano production that's pretty cool, as well as Murs speaking on how he worked really hard to make it in the game, just his hard work ethic. And I also thought it was a great line when he said, every era has a Ja Rule or little boat. There's the shit you listen to and the shit you quote. Just the idea of, you know, you have the stuff that you maybe throw on in the background just to vibe with and listen to, but then you have that quotable shit, or that shit that really sticks to you in one way or another, and that's usually the stuff that has longevity. I mean, club bangers do have some longevity as well. I mean, you can go to weddings, you're still gonna hear fucking Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It, maybe some Out Here Brothers, boom, 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 let me hear say way-oh, way-oh. You youngins don't know shit about that, but the Out Here Brothers made some damn hits, so look them up. But yeah, I just thought that was a cool idea, just showing love to the different types of hip-hop, man. Every generation has the stuff that's kind of dumbed down and fun, as well as the stuff that gets deeper. So, I mean, this is coming from a guy who's been in the game for like 30 years, as I said, so he can certainly speak on that. And as you listen through this project, he does get very introspective about some of the things that he's gone through in his personal life, and also some of the things he's gone through just as an MC and sort of in the industry and dealing with people. So there really is a lot of knowledge and wisdom to be picked up on here, if you pay attention. But to go along with all this great content that I've talked about so far, there are also some really fun bar fests. The song Super Cojo Brothers, for example, is an immediate standout because of that Legend of Zelda sample, that dungeon sample, that doo 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 doo. Look at me doing Out Here Brothers references, humming Legend of Zelda. I'm really showing my ass here as far as age goes, but I really like that. You're also getting great performances from GQ and Cojo. And then on Cancun '08, we're getting this funky, glitzy production and more solid features, this time from Pookie Blow and Silk Money. These tracks are just kind of fun about showing off the bars, and people are going in on some different topics here, so it's not like it's overly tightly wound or cohesive or anything like that. They're just tracks to give you that fun shit, show you that people have bars and can spit, which is definitely what's going on there. Don't think I sounded too smart as I was describing those, but it is, man. They're great tracks. Just fucking take that from what I'm saying, if nothing else. I just had a really busy week. Been working days in a row. As you can see here, my little band-aid is gone now, and I'm starting to heal up, so I didn't die from this fucking wound I had, so we're all good. But, you know, just to keep it moving, Murs does get into his rough upbringing on Gas Station Gucci Belt, where he spits, "My cycle was so violent, I was screaming through the silence, spray painting public property, unruly and defiant." Love the strings on this beat, as well as the Rhapsody sample that really ties in nicely. And Rhapsody actually makes an appearance on High Noon, where her and Murs are showcasing a lot of chemistry, working some back and forth flows. And once again, this is just a track that is showing you what it means to be able to spit bars, man. You don't got to be overly deep, but even still, man, this beat has a bit of a 90s throwback to it, and Rhapsody had some great bars on here when she said, "It lasts longer if you're talking on some honest shit. That's the kind of flow that's gonna make you more than iconic, bitch." That is a sentiment I completely agree with, and I've been saying that for years in regards to longevity. Even in this damn review, I was just speaking on that. So that was another moment that stuck out to me as far as bars go. And based on what I've said about the features, man, everybody fit in here pretty well. There are just so many good tracks. I know I'm kind of all over the place here, but my list is long as hell for reviews, so I'm trying to knock these off, give you guys what you want, because people have been asking for this. I also like that Tony Robbins Pocketbook. This beat is so lavish with those strings and vocals. I'm sure Rick Ross heard it and dropped his Chick-fil-A sandwich and his Popeye sandwich. He probably had one in each hand. Then again, you can't really make fat jokes about Ricky Ross. He's kind of slimmed down. Shout out to the Pears, but you know, I just will always look at him as kind of a big boy. That's just how it goes down. And Murs is once again dropping some wisdom, so I got a couple of lines here I'm going to read off that I thought were dope. He says, "You can never win being envious of other men. Covetousness is such a sin. Wanting what other people have has become a trend." Just that idea of how sometimes people want to keep up with the Joneses so much that maybe they get overly caught up in that. They're not happy with what they have, and they're getting jealous of people out there and just trying to be like them. You don't want to become one of those people. And I also thought this was a cool line when he said, "I kill myself right before I hit the bed to sleep, so every day I'm resurrected as a better me. Never be afraid to grow just a little. Never be afraid to hurt and let it show a little." So obviously he ain't killing himself and coming back to life like fucking Mumra from Thundercats or some shit. He's just saying, you know, when you go to sleep, you're refreshed when you wake up, man. You get to start over basically as a new you. I mean, you're the same you, but you get to basically start your day over. If you had a bad day the day before, you can kind of redo some things, get right back on the right track. You know how it goes. Yeah, man. And of course he's saying never be afraid to grow a little and hurt a little and just let it show. So be who you are, basically, is what he's saying here, man. You always get another chance every day when you wake up. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't worry what other people are doing. You ain't got to try to be like them. So obviously that title fits. Tony Robbins Pocketbook. I used to read some Tony Robbins books back in the day, but lately it seems like he's kind of a nutcase. Some of the shit I've seen about him, some of the stuff that he said in some of these stories, I guess he's kind of wilding out here, but fucking everyone's wild in 2019, so I ain't even surprised. But you know what? This to me is a 4 out of 5, man. I really like this project. Lots of great concepts. You get those fun tracks as well. Plenty of great bars. Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council did their damn thing on here, so shout out to them. And really the only song I didn't care for was Unicorn Glitter, because this track was just all about vaginas. And like he's going into so much depth about the smell, the elasticity of it, and it's just like you're listening to this vulgar instructional video that was made for your sex ed class in junior high or some shit. It just goes a little far, and you know, I thought was kind of a weird listen, I'll say that. But I did appreciate the creativity. Still my least favorite track though. But there you have it, man. Wrapping up some reviews. We got plenty to come on the way. I'm excited to talk about that new common. I got a rundown episode in the works and all kinds of other stuff. So stay tuned, because this coming week, it's a short work week for me. I got an extra day off, and I'm going to be playing some catch up. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And of course, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.